Whoa! That was... Sorry for the eardrums exploding. Thank you for the break time. Hello! Welcome back. Hiya, Bob! Cheers, cheers. Halfway years. Go check out that anomaly now. A-Class Explorer. So, yes, go check out the anomaly. See what happens. See if the story pulls us forwards. I think we can always, almost any time, we should be able to break off and do whatever we want. Thank you. Welcome back. Yourself. I've got potato chips and green soda in the freezer getting icy cold. Base station proximity. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Who's boosting? What just happened? Hold on. Are we still right near the anomaly? Slow down. I tried to, it said something about sending a signal. Steven, hello! Hey and family. We are landing in a space anomaly station. Welcome, welcome. What's going on? Anomaly, speak to the station inhabitants. Oh, look at your helmet. You got a helmet and a cape. Priest entity nada. And specialist polo. 16. Panels and systems idle. Nada stares at them, their mask waning. A single word issuing from their mask. Their refrain. 16. Switching sides. Traveler hopes to make progress. Traveler tests themselves. Nada will help. An exchange. Progress for progress. Transmit milestone data. You have seen much, but do you understand? Not for Nada to know. Please, take this. Ooh. It's a nice payout. Any upgrades we can buy with that?
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Oh, we come back with milestones and we get paid. Cool. Arbesa, thank you for the host. What else is here? PM. Just returned from work. Ugh, indeed. Glad you're done. Hopefully you can relax now. Put your feet up. Friends everywhere. If only you know where to look. Friends in all shapes, all sizes, all places. In space. Gek wipes their grease-splattered hands on their suit. As they address me, they introduce themselves as Specialist Polo, fugitive of the Gek. They tell me they gave up trade, units, and all material possessions to flee into an anomaly outside of time and space with the robotic priest. They have a jocular air about them, all things considered. They're curious about my travels and what sentient species I have seen. They do not get out much these days. Find data for Polo. Space anomaly. Collect alien encounter data for Polo. Signal detected. Report your progress. We may have met enough aliens already. It is as you said, Nada, as you said. We are pleased, delighted, renewed to see your return, stranger. And the others out there? Did you meet all sorts? Prospector, ensign, analyst? A boundless universe to befriend? Polo pores over the data, muttering bitterly at variations they are already familiar with, cheering at those they are not. Finally, Polo applauds wildly and offers to craft me a new technology. They claim that we are now bonded in glorious friendship. Wow. Exosuit tech. How about an exosuit tech slot? Request multi-tool tech. We have a lot of multi-tool slots. Could be all kinds of things. Be offensive, defensive, utility. Request starship tech. We have one free slot. What do you think? I'm not set up right now to do a proper vote, but anybody have any opinions on that? Exosuit, multi-tool, or starship? All of the above. I've just got a really nice overcooked potato chip. Those are the best. Extra crispy. Oh boy. So I'm leaning towards starship. Okay. Starship it is. Go further, go faster, see it all! Cadmium drive! We can reach red stellar bodies. We could have bought that, but... AG, are we gonna find an anomaly? Going through the wormhole? Not bad, not bad. I'll take it. Yesterday I rolled a 1. I mean, like out there. It sure is. I greet everyone. Men, hello, Star Voyagers. And today we are. Game we are. What else is in this space station? Korvax Simulation Terminal. Now active. Unlocking data log for analysis. The machine is ancient and powerful. A relic of a world long since destroyed. Not sure. Arbesa. Why does it say speak to Polo? We have. I guess I'll talk to Polo again. Maybe Polo has another task. You have given me much to consider. Please, I must take some time. Perhaps you might explore a little more, yes? Find interesting stories to tell us? Our home loves to gather stories. You will know when I am ready, friend. All I ask is you see the sights I cannot. Alright. Space anomaly. Polo is busy analyzing the previous data collection. 1 hour, basically 2 hours. Go do other things. I don't know when or how the Atlas path will present. So we get to do whatever we want. Arbeza. Well, what was that? What was what? Well, it's alright. I mean, Steven and Seastar can resuscitate us. Oh, we're good. We're good, KG, no problem. Introbot flashed you is all? Yeah. Ed. Sorry. It does that sometimes. If we get attacked... Okay, you got through. Guess we go back to the anomaly later, and it'll stay there. One of the other worlds in the system. Hadn't been there yet. Large ship proximity. We need to get away from the anomaly, maybe? Do you want to warp to another system altogether? See how the rockets work. Rocket launcher. Ooh. Oh, that's sweet. But they don't lock on. They overheat. So one shot and then wait. About 5 seconds. I wonder if they do lock on if there's a fighter craft, something that we can lock onto. You know, they're not locking onto rocks, but the description on the phase beam. Weapon and mining tool. Maybe we should try it as a weapon. Takes big chunks out. Who else is attacking this rock? Huh? It's not attacking us. I don't think there's other players in here. Wouldn't we have some sort of message if another player had joined? Bob, I saw that. Isn't that badass? Orbital skydiving is kind of sort of possible. If you get jettisoned from your craft at the right place, right time. You want to see something cool? Check out that link Bob just posted. Badass. Moon. I wanted to check out Kaya's moon. Bound to be something cool down there. How badly is the stream encoder choking with all the stars going by? feel free to suggest goals, you know, things to do. If there's something you want to check out, you think might be cool, suggest it, please. Well, it's good if it's holding up at all. You mentioned that Guardian before is why I was thinking about it. A little bit looks more like 360p. Let's drop just for a second. Let's see. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, slow down. Now what's what? Can't I get a, yeah, show me the moon. Unknown moon, there we go. Salt W31. Tropical moon with albumin pearls, star bulbs, pure ferrite, paraffinium, and copper. The other moon. Should we go down to Salt? Those look kind of cool. Salt. 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 There is a good sense of space. Game does give you a good sense of space. Too fast for space garbage. Oh, there's a whole fleet here too. Is up. Does that mean we're more likely to get attacked? Tropical moon, unmapped. Going to the tropics, baby! This is all volcanic. They said tropical. It doesn't look tropical yet. Woo! It's hot. Whose idea of tropical? Yeah. Has anyone seen, especially if you liked Interstellar, anyone see the movie Interstellar and enjoy that? Forgetting how much they stretch and make stuff up for that. When they are entering the atmosphere of a couple planets in that movie, when they are discovering the world, they're trying to find, oh, sorry. They're trying, let's just fly upside down, how about that? They're trying to find a habitable world, and I don't want to spoil anything else, but they don't know. It's kind of like this. They're trying to find the right place, and they have to go check it out before they know. I mean, they got some scans, but they don't really know.
Just came in over a secure channel.
Hey, Arbesa! Thank you very much. Cheers! Thank you for the extra support. Your sub is most appreciated. Cheers to you. Hey, Nick. You love Interstellar? I'm glad. We might have talked about it before. Let's just land somewhere and scan, and we'll find something. It says evening all. Good evening. Hey, thank you for doing the thing. You were gonna do a thing? Thank you for doing the thing. Cool thing. Sentinels limited. Flora ample. Fauna copious. Weather choking humidity. Yeah! Oh, wait. Choking humidity. So, it's like Washington, D.C.? Doesn't look like Washington, D.C. Limited Sentinels sounds nice, though. We don't even have an environmental problem at the moment. Interstellar 5555. Huh? The Nolan movie is the only one I know of. T-Star, you've watched it maybe 5 times. Yeah, I think it already became one of my favorites. Didn't take but one viewing. Second viewing, though, oddly enough, maybe it's my second. I've seen it a handful of times too. At least one of them wasn't as good. Then I watched it again and just I let go of the things that frustrated me and realized I love 80% of it. It's just so good, and the music is captivating. Floating crystal. Go check it out. I don't think I've seen a floating crystal. Temperature 36. 36.6. It might be a bit choking, but it's not dangerous. Whoa, wrong buttons. It's long, KG, it's long, it's like 3 hours long. It's a slow burn. It doesn't rush into any kind of action, and it only has a few little bits where it gets amped up. There are some scenes that get so amped up if your head is in the right place. There's a lot of dramatic tension in it, but you have to be paying attention and care. You have to be interested in what story is being told because so much of what's happening is in the consideration of the moments. Although it is visually stunning and has the music alone is worth watching it for. Parts of it are very deep and parts of it are very corny, very cheesy and very deep. I don't mind those either. Cloned, age, dying, root structure, parasitic, nutrient source, decomposition, cloned. This thing? No, not that thing. So what did I scan? The thing next to it? That. Parasitic. So you think it's parasite on these other plants? Alucard! Hello! Greetings, greetings. Steven? Interstellar? Yeah. Yes. If you like sci-fi, if you like any kind of thoughtful sci-fi, I'd encourage you to watch it. It also has one of the coolest, I'll just say robot companions. It has possibly one of the coolest robot companions to date. Incredibly practical and still manages a, I don't want to spoil anything, a personality. Loading crystal. What do you eat, little guy? Did we feed him? Green made a friend. He's not quite a lemur. What would you call that thing? Pushing us around. Oh, he's brought his family. Now they all want snacks. You want snacks too, huh? Ferrite dust. Oh yeah. Hook you up with that. That's a giant rat. A rat lemur. Oh, we walked right by a herd. A herd of pigs for tubers. Oh, nice. Can we see the sky? This is a cool little moon. Have you seen Frailty? Bill Paxton and McConaughey. It's a suspense mystery, kind of dark suspense. Fantastica. Yeah, it's been a while. Greetings. How you been? Nick, I saw a mention of it. I don't know what to make of it. I didn't see his Superman. Loading crystal. It's a carbon crystal. Carbon crystal. Make sure we're not being scanned. Nearby. This could get some attention. We might have sentinels on us. I keep at this. I've never seen one of these. Okay, that's one. Sentinel's watching now. I'm gonna bail before it gets hot, and let's see if we can go back for the other one. Huh. Hey, congrats. Not too early to say congratulations, is it? That's very exciting. Very happy for you. What are your plans for the next step? Fluoride lattice. Fluoride lattice. Yeah, Nick, the voice would be hard for anyone. I don't know Cavill's voice, either. So the chloride lattice, not that valuable, and the carbon crystal is not that valuable, but they are hyper compressed versions, so they must be used for something. If they're not that valuable, and they're rare enough to show up the way they did, I wonder what we'll be able to use them for. Okay, we might need to stash some stuff in the Geknip. Like catnip for Geks, Geknip, edible product much beloved by the Gek. Packets are considered an art form, gas packets, and the truest representation of the Gek's soul. They release delightfully scented packets of gas for prolonged periods of time. Totally catnip. Ooh, what? All over there. Let's check the signal booster. We even got some nav data, but it's over in the ship. Let us use nav data that's in the ship, even though it's far away. Did that? It didn't find anything, huh? Okay. Taking it nice and slow. Enjoy. Enjoy, enjoy. Artifacts would be language, habitable outposts could be many different things. The distress frequency be? Curious, what would a distress frequency be? Ship. I never played it before. This is only my 4th day playing, 3rd stream. And I like it. It's overwhelming, but I'm slowly getting comfortable with enough that it's not as overwhelming. I've really lost my mind a few times. It's very confusing. The worlds have a size limit. Not that I know of. There's so much possibility in the algorithms. From what are some of the things you've all mentioned to me? You can have planetary systems of varying complexities, of course, different sizes. Now they have ringed planets, and rotations are varied. So much stuff is randomized that someone who knows more about it would have to give a better answer. But I get the sense that it's endless in every possibility and direction. Star bulbs. Yeah, it's not the first endless game, procedural and endless game, but it sure does work. Works this way. Sort of wish the scan didn't have the gray haze over it. Superheated rainstorm. Okay, this nice little tropical world is about to boil us alive. Let's wait to see how bad the conditions are when the storm comes in. Curious. But if this didn't have the filter on it, you could see better see the color of things. There we go, superheated rainstorm. 81C, passing 90C, passing 100, 105. Yeah. It's raining boiling water. Guardian says, be thankful you don't have the old way, of the only parts being truly visible in a small square around the cursor. I will try to be thankful. Even as it confuses the hell out of me, I will try to be thankful. So we could go parabolic up out of the atmosphere and get there in 30 seconds or less. But why not? We'll just take a minute. Wish the storm would clear so I can see. Do a barrel roll. Whoa! And don't crash. Oh, chips down. Wouldn't even use the whole screen, just like 2 feet around the cursor for scanning. Ugh. 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 Oh, don't crash. Whoa. Whoa, I'm losing control here. You're having the thunderstorm. I hope it calms soon. Is this a ship? This could be a new ship. Although it would be extremely damaged if it is. It's a B-class shuttle with 26 plus 7. Hey! This ship, which can be ours for free, is worth 3.3 mil. Yeah, and with the new update, you can keep multiple ships, so we can keep this ship and the other one. I think we just got ourselves a new ship. But it's gonna be a bit expensive to repair. We're gonna need to repair stuff. First of all, we got to get the pulse engine and the launch thrusters going just to get it off the ground. And then it can be ours. The B-class shuttle. Our current ship's a B-class shuttle.
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Hey, Jake. What's up? Thank you, man. How you doing? Cheers. Cheers, cheers. We just got a new ship. Which we may or may not be able to use, because the repairs might be too extensive. We're gonna need magnetized ferrite, we can do that. Chlorine, we might need to make a special trip somewhere to get it, or buy it. Chromatic metal, and a lot of it. Paraffinium, pugnium, we need pugnium from killing sentinels. Platinum. Chlorine. Paraffinium, more pugnium. Gold, get up in asteroids. This ship is fixable. So this would give us something to do for a while. Fix up that ship. Exchange, warning, transfer cargo first. No, buy, add to collection. Yes. We have to repair the pulse engine, and that's easy enough. Just patch the pulse engine. Patching the hyperdrive would be easy enough. Yeah, we can patch this thing up. What else does it have? Efficient thrusters, 20% less launch cost. And shield on cannon. What was it? 22. It would be 4 extra slots. And how many tech slots did it have? Anyways, yes, I want to buy it for free. Add it to our collection. As long as that ship's sitting there, they'll both sit here and we can kind of go back and forth. But eventually we'll only have access to one at a time. I guess there are places when you can call another ship down, you can have 2 side by side. Still getting a feel of it. You have that chloride lattice. You should be good for chlorine. You mean like if I break it down? Or it might be a substitute for what was needed. Alright, we're gonna mess around with some stuff, so let's drop the refiner. No! I need to pick it up. My brain today. Put condensed carbon in. We're gonna do a bunch of stuff, including just break down a lot of the carbon that we have. So let me start with the stack of carbon. Hey, Spider! Cheers, man! Good to see you. I'm a noob here. I'm just learning to play. Aha! You randomly found and added 3 ships to your collection before you got your frigate, then all of a sudden you had them all in your frigate. Yeah, so talk to me about frigates. I hope you're doing well, man. Seen you in a while. I feel like I haven't seen myself in a while. If we just keep doing stuff, is a frigate, an opportunity to get a frigate, gonna present itself as part of the story? I've heard rumors that might happen. Yeah. Save the first one you come across, it'll be free. So there was, or still is, somewhere in this system, what looked like a fleet, and I didn't get any messages about a frigate, but there was an icon for a frigate. Are you saying I might be able... The story one, okay. I don't think a story frigate has come up yet. But I did see an icon for a frigate. That was the first thing. On the 4th system you jump to following the story, you get a message to help a frigate under attack. That was to land on the freighter if it was purple. It might have been purple. Let me think about how many system jumps we made. We started in one system. On the 4th system you jumped to, so I've only jumped twice. I think I've jumped twice. So I'm in the 3rd system, I've jumped twice. Are you saying in the 4th system, after our 3rd jump, that's when that would happen? And then we could get a frigate? That'd be so cool. Even if it's not like your perfect frigate. Just frigate? Your own? That's when you were told it would happen, that's when it happened to you. Pulse engine critically damaged. Alright. Hermetic seal, metal plating. Might be worth jumping to another system today then. That would be hot. We could have a frigate today, maybe? That would be hot. Okay, this ship is functional now. Just barely. Lector shield repaired. Photon cannon repaired. Alright, and then it gets much more expensive. We're getting the hyperdrive even. A bunch of chromatic metal. Like, a lot. Copper, 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 copper. Just tons of copper. We'd probably buy copper or the chromatic metal. Tech modules. We need a bunch of those. We could buy. Gonna cost a few $100K. So the ship's not really free if we're buying a lot of the stuff to fix it. Whereas if we grind the resources ourselves, it is free. There is some cost. I mean, just look at all this chromatic metal. We need thousands of chromatic metal. Way more magnetized ferrite. Well, if we're going to need a lot more magnetized ferrite, we may as well get on that. A lot of resourcing is going to be needed to fix this up. But how many slots do we have free right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not many. It may have been a bug, but you traded a ship on a station and it left your ship there as abandoned, so you were able to reacquire it. That sounds cool. So you did the exchange. Should have left you with only one ship, but abandoned and you reclaimed. Hey, go with it, right? If we made some room in my inventory, I could pull a bunch of stuff out of this. I can only stash 6 things. I would need at least a few inventory slots. We don't really need to hang on to that nav data. We'll get more. Must have looted that advanced ion battery. We could probably let that go. The keys. We don't really need to keep these keys. When we get to another site with a chest, we should be able to find enough keys for the chest at that site. So I could free up some slots or leave some stuff in this ship. We don't need that silver at all. Just clean this up. Tritium. I need the uranium. That's 2 stacks in my inventory, but it'll be 1 in the ship. Microprocessors. Yeah, we need for something. Ugnium. What am I doing here? Let me move some of this over. The bugs in this game, you also got a suit upgrade option by jumping through a teleporter. Suit upgrade option. You're going through a teleporter and you got an option to upgrade your suit? Yeah, no kidding, the bugs in this game. I'm sure I've seen a few, but most of the time I don't know what's a bug and what's a feature. Okay, let's move the uranium onto the ship and stack that. Move the tritium onto the ship. Right. Room, so let me just put some whatever's there for the moment. Microprocessor, stack of mordite, geek nip, and that pugnium. Grabbing the relics, I want to keep them with me to be able to use them. I'll leave the ancient keys. I had another battery, so we can stack those. Got the nav data. Cool. Well, we emptied that. I don't always think clearly about this stuff. What else does this ship have? We just made rocket launchers and rocket tubes for it, but dismantling them doesn't do me a whole lot of good. We'll have to buy some stuff and recraft them anyways. Warp cell, that's charged up. We'll probably need to make some antimatter if we're going to get out of the system with the new ship. Just leave all that. That's good. Okay, where were we at here? Magnetized ferrite, that stacks. Let's... oxygen. Oxygen, oh, carbon, okay. Hey, Bloodwolf. Game overall is pretty chill and very, very sandboxy. It's chill unless my brain overloads, and then I've had a few stress crashes with this game. But the more I learn, the more comfortable I get, and the less I freak out about stuff that is overwhelming. Two major gripes, Spider, the handling of spaceflight. It's like herding a cat on crack on a frozen lake and not being able to save the fuel from a refiner. Not being able to save the... I thought you do say... Are you sure you don't get the fuel back from a refiner on that second one? I'm with you on the little bit I've seen of spaceflight and dogfighting. I've had 2 dogfights and I wasn't sure what I was doing. The waypoints are still overwhelming. That's one of my gripes, but I've been told to appreciate that they're much better than they used to be. Switching ships here. A funky looking ship. Rename it. Give it a similar name. When we get a frigate, we'll name Starship Chaos will be our frigate. These are single passenger, single flyers. We broke down the chlorine lattice. Let's see how much chlorine we would get. $150 chlorine. Alright, that's worth it. Let's do it. I didn't take the chlorine though. Oh man, and one thing about playing this game, I don't know about anyone else, but I go into menus, out of menus, forgot something, back into the menu, switch menus, out of menus, no, back into the menus, out of menus, oh, back to the same menu again, switch over to the other menu, switch over to the other menu, leave the menu, wait, back to the menu again. Boy, it must look like a shit show from the outside. So, what else needs chlorine? Is it just the one? Magnetized ferrite and chlorine for a few things. 3 of them. But we need a lot more magnetized ferrite. So we gotta go get stacks of ferrite. But first, let's lift. Lift this thing off the ground. Haha! Look at our new ship. Wow, it might be big, but I'm not sure it handles any worse. Okay, now it's busted. I broke her new ship, guys. You can use the chlorine to repair the individual elements. Oh, I could get started on the repairs. Are you sure they'll persist? I'll tell you why I'm asking. Are you sure they would persist? When I went to a drop pod, I used antimatter and didn't have the chromatic metal on me. I left, came back to that drop pod later with chromatic metal, and it needed more antimatter. And that was before I could craft antimatter, so I was pretty frustrated that I had lost my antimatter. gonna need pugnium to... we're gonna end up having to kill sentinels anyways, so let's use what we've got. Starship launch fuel, that's cute. I'd rather have the... Can I have the pugnium back? Stress beacon. Cockpit is adorned with the trophies of dead creatures perched on every available surface. At the controls sits a tendrilled hunter, its body and face lacerated. The dank smell of blood assails my nostrils as I fight back the nausea. The black box reveals the pilot was attacked by something whilst in flight, but it's unclear what. I could strengthen the warning beacon in the cockpit, but it would leave me vulnerable to attack. Wait, search ship for signs of life. What are the possible outcomes? Search ship for signs of life or send out a warning signal, and then we might get attacked. Okay, we can bail. If we have to bail, we can bail. Search ship for signs of life sounds more interesting. Which is a more interesting outcome? If we send out a warning signal and we get attacked, why in the world would we do that? Is there any benefit to us? Is there something cool that happens along with getting attacked? Signs of life. Well, let's search for signs of life. I discover a ship tech blueprint. The creature that caused this carnage is thankfully long gone. Positron ejector! Sweet. Starship weapon. I forgot to check the tech slots. I wonder if the tech slots need repair as well. Alright, let's take this with. Spider, when we were talking about not reclaiming. So let's look right now. This thing has, if we can figure it out, this thing has condensed carbon in it. If we went to charge it, it needs about 8 units. So it's about 50 units total. Got about 42 units in there now. Condensed carbon. I have a... So what should happen is, if we get it back, it should fill that stack and overflow into that slot. Let's see. Carbon, 127. What did we get back? It did overflow into a slot, but we didn't get back condensed carbon. We got back raw carbon. So check that out. We do get something back. It's not lost, but it's also not conserved in its refined state. The more you know. Sweet. Something learned, something gained. Where's my ship? Where's our new ship? And where are we taking it? Scanning something, but buried tech module. We need a ton of ferrite. What's gonna be good? Ferrite dust. Does this planet have ferrite deposits? Can you bail doing either choice? How did you mean? Stupid plant. Kill you now. You can back out of the conversation. Oh, can you bail doing either choice? Ah. I may have. The other day, we got a distress beacon and I did nothing. Star bramble? What's a star bramble? There's an unknown building in that direction too.
Smoke weed every day.
Hey, Chronic. Yeah, found a non-death planet. We just found a new ship. Distress beacon. Got us a new ship. I forgot to check. Yeah, oh god, all its tech slots are mangled too. I knew I forgot to check something. Alright, we're repairing a new ship, Chronic. It's a 27 plus 7. So we got an upgrade. Or was it a 26? It was 26 plus 7. Okay, well, we need platinum from up in space. We need a ton of chromatic metal. I think we're going to be buying... That's a lot of tech modules. That is so many tech modules that we have to buy that it actually adds a cost to the ship. 5, 10... Let's just count all the tech modules. Because it's a lot more than the 10. 5, 10... 15...
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
20. 20 tech modules. Were they 60k each? That's expensive. But it's still... That's expensive. Still worth doing. It was cool. Crashed ships are always really messed up, but theoretically you save money fixing them. Yeah. Yeah, this thing is worth about 3.3 mil and it'll probably cost us less than 1 to get it fixed up. Would it have been worth buying? Had we seen this thing fly into a hangar and it would have cost us just 1 mil? Yeah, I don't know. I might have bought it. Anyways, lots of repairs we need to make. Hyperdrive, we can get fixed right now. Critical components fixed. Now we just need our inventory slots back. And I think the cheapest ones for us right now are going to be chromatic metal. And just a ton of it. A ton of chromatic metal. And the magnetized ferrite. There were a few of those slots. The rusted circuits. Sucker's really big though. Takes up a lot of the view. There was that thing. Star Bramble. Hey, 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 hey. I got excited about finding a new ship, and it is an upgrade. But it's also... Sure blocks the camera a lot. Storm's not helping. So this planet should have some... This is pure ferrite. Sweet. That's what we needed. Pure ferrite, and for the Sentinel to go away. So we're trying to make room. When can we... Once you fix it up, you could always just use it for storage. Yeah, we could, but it has more tech slots. So if I fix up those tech slots, then we can do more stuff with it. I only had 4 or 5 on the other one.
Thermal protection falling. Weather update. Storm clearing.
What's the scanner hanging around? Go away, scanner. Go away. Yeah, I played yesterday, Chronic, so we got our hyperdrive. I went a couple different systems. One is for this to start stacking the pure ferrite. Good. We traded in for a ship with a better exterior config. Good point. Now that we have one with 3.3 mil value, we could do that or add what we've got in units to it. Where's that pure ferrite stack? Not that big. Fine. Let's do this for the sake of inventory room. Let's get this going. Oops. Spider, I don't know if you caught that before, but we did get fuel back. It was in raw carbon form. So I'm going to use the raw carbon in case we don't use all of it. I don't want to keep converting my condensed carbon into raw carbon. That's unhelpful. I want to mostly go in the other direction, right? So for now, let's work our ferrite dust into more pure ferrite. Annoying, but if you happen to have that stack of carbon to begin with, then you may as well fuel it with that. And knowing that on the way in, I don't feel like I'm as likely to waste. Pure ferrite was needed in... No, we needed the magnetized ferrite, magnetized. And a lot of it. Chronic, you're not a fan of those shuttles with the large cylindrical engines for the same reason? Just because of the view blocking? They look cool, and then I lift it off and I can't see. In terms of its value, question about repair and exchange. Will its value go up if we repair more stuff, or does that not matter? Because if its value is not going up, then we would do well take your suggestion and go find a craft to trade it for. This up? I can't hold it all. Fine. This is some silly juggling right now. Put the stack of pure ferrite in. Take that stack of pure ferrite out. Start making more magnetized ferrite. Spider, you got a ship worth 13 mil, but with all the damage, it would only trade for 1.5. Ah, okay, so this thing might have a 3.3 and only give us 1 in trade, unless it's fixed up. Well, I'm going to keep working on fixing it up. Because it has more storage and it has more tech slots, and it's going to be a little unwieldy for me to fly at first. Hopefully we'll trade it before too long. It's a journey. I'm getting my cream soda out of the freezer. It's got to be cold by now. Wire's too short. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Turns out, Failtastica, that I do too. I didn't know that. For 39 years, I did not know I liked cream soda. Oh, but I do. But I do. Okay, rusted circuits.
Component repaired. Technology repaired.
Hey, cheers, Tomalak. Greetings. And Outsider, hello. So much menuing. Let's break that carbon crystal. What does it break into? Condensed carbon, though? Yes.
Technology recharge.
Yeah, you both came in at the same time. About the same time. Is there more of that ferrite laying around? Sorry, cream soda's blanking my brain. It's so good I can't think. Ferrite, ferrite, ferrite. At least we're on the right planet for needing pure ferrite. And when there's no storms, this planet doesn't even mess with our environmentals. Is that what you noticed when you first got here, Chronic? It's a small moon. Small moon. Tropical moon. There's our pure ferrite. Oh, that's not much. Okay. Keep going. Magnetized ferrite. Need stacks of 200 or 250 for those repairs. Ah. These big things are pure ferrite. Yeah, seems pretty nice so far. Abundant flora, fauna, and limited sentinels. Unlike the last place, which had frenzied sentinels. The ones you've run into have been either stupidly toxic like New Jersey or scalding hellholes like New Mexico.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Superheated rainstorm. Okay.
No free slots in suit inventory.
For ferrite, let's drop the extraneous carbon. That pure ferrite. Hey, old snake. Hey, hey, hey. How fares thee?
No free slots in suit inventory.
weight's going all right. I'm learning the game. 117 C. That's the boiling water that's raining on us right now. Don't shrug off. Oh man. Don't shrug that off. Extreme stomach pains. The only sound advice we can give you is to get that checked out. You should get that checked out. Extreme stomach pains are no joke. And they're miserable. You don't want to just shrug that off? Just go to urgent care or something? Oh god, those are some of the worst. Especially middle of the night. I don't know. It made me think of a time in the middle of the night. Turned out I had a kidney stone.
No free slots in suit inventory.
Back when yeah, that's something to check out. I mean, that's something to get looked at. Whoa!
Protection
Dave.
falling.
No, you don't want that. So you want to get checked out and find out that it's not that.
Thermal protection falling.
I know where thermal protection is falling.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
You can tell it which temperature scale you want. I just didn't change the default. For whatever reason, that's what mine defaulted to. More magnetized ferrite. Working on it. Well, can't say that sounds like a good plan to wait, but I hope you'll consider not waiting if it persists, if it gets worse, especially. We can't give you good advice here, or not proper advice, and you could probably get some somewhere. I mean, you definitely need some proper advice, right? I'm not a doctor, and I don't even play one on TV. Don't listen to me. Yeah, if it gets worse, then go. I'm glad you got that plan. Oh, we're still a little short. Magnetized ferrite. Pure ferrite. Crunch it. There's another small bug when you're browsing that other box. It ends up picking up an object as if it's the icon. You're not really holding an object. I've had it pick up objects that I've never seen before. I had an icon for something called Big Balls. Yeah, something like that, and I don't know what it was. How was that for me? It was a week of abdominal pain and pretty miserable. And then, yeah, and then it shot out like a rocket ship. And it was, oh! It was a miserable week. I was laying on the ground outside my room by the top of the stairs. The dog laying next to me for a lot of time that week. But yeah, the pain, it was like abdominal pain. Kidney stones, your body can't localize that pain, and the kidney stones can get stuck in so many different places. It's not what you think. I mean, people Yeah, it's up higher. There's a lot of pipes in there, and stuff gets stuck in those pipes. It hurts. It's miserable.
Component repaired. Technology repaired.
Oh, we have 2 more slots. Let's move 2 more things onto the ship. Those relics out of my way. Moving stuff around so I can see what's where. We have enough chlorine to do both of those rusted circuits. And chromatic metal will get us a lot further, but we need a ton of copper. What do you think makes sense? Buying chromatic metal or just farming copper? I could do some of this off stream too. We don't have to do all this now. I don't mind farming copper off stream. God, that ship has a big ass. Okay, but we gotta go get more. We need a ton more. Is there a, what is that thing? You're ferrite. Hey, there's a minor settlement just over the way. Go land the ship over there. If you get it checked out, and I think you should, they may do imaging. They took a, yeah, it does. It has a creative mode with unlimited stuff. They can do a CAT scan or some scan to determine what's there and if it's stuck. Yeah, I went in because I was all blocked up and I didn't know what was wrong. If we go over to that settlement, we might see some ships that we could optionally trade for, or at least find out better what this is valued in trade. Okay, hold on, slow down, stop moving. Where was that settlement? Yeah, this thing has a big ass. Look at that, they just can't see. All right, you want to see the first person mode? If we were to try and fix this, what would first person mode look like in this thing? Okay. All right, we might just have to do first person for this ship. Just buzz the tower. But I really want to get, I like flying around in third person, so maybe we could find a smaller form factor ship after fixing this one up. I'll be on the lookout. Local trade center. You're a strange looking being. Traveler, Ligulum, have you come for me? Strange being seems to stare right through me as if they are not truly there. Then I see it. There's dried blood caked across its exosuit, splattered across its face. You ask about the blood, say they're forgiven, threaten them, or leave. As interesting as the forgiven option is, do we have enough information to tell this creature that you're forgiven for what you have done? You can be at peace now. or we ask about the blood. Threatening is not. I don't intend to threaten them. Let's go for the peculiar forgiven option. This sounds more interesting. I don't need your absolution. I did agony what I must. I wanted to spread happiness and joy. Would you like some? That wasn't the optimal answer. Although we did, been days since my last meal, but we all have to do what we can, don't we? We all have to play our part. Come, show me what you possess. You can offer nanites. You just gave us nanites. Ask where they came from for more nanites.
Message coming in.
And barter for
Patch
oxygen.
it through.
Snake, thank you for the host. Traveler Liglum offers directions to a place of interest, an anomalous subspace signal. An unknown grave. Oh, that's cool. Let's definitely check that out. Unknown grave. What other wisdom have ye? I wonder sometimes if we were truly born as others are. There was just the crashed ship and then this? Isn't that strange? Born to a life of trading and accumulation without beginning or end. Have that much ionized cobalt.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
For a brief moment, my head aches, but it passes. A weapon terminal. There's an opportunity to buy, exchange a weapon. 3 million to get a multi-tool with 24 slots. We just got for free, though we had to do, we still, look at all the repairs. I did this again. I got another item that desperately needs expensive repairs. Just decided to do it. We already had as many slots as my previous one, but to get all these other slots, we're gonna have to get a ton of copper and maybe throw some money at some other items. Ion batteries, hermetic seals, that's all cheap and easy, but the microprocessors, we're already ahead on the multi-tool. As messy as it looks. And we're not gonna buy his S-Class. It is an S-Class multi-tool, but we don't have 3.7 million. Yeah, that is nice. Too bad, it's out of my league. Tech merchant. Already got all that stuff. Out of curiosity, what else is he selling? Nitrogen salt, salvaged tech. If we want to learn more stuff with the blueprint analyzer, we need more salvage tech, right? Diodes, semiconductors. Tech modules are 60k and the microprocessors 20. Only money? Why don't we buy some of the stuff we need for some of those repairs? Our multi-tool just free up 1 or 2 more slots. You get some tech modules.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
8 of them would free up a whole lot of slots. Microprocessors. Bunch of hermetic seals and ion batteries. They actually need a lot. The ion batteries and the hermetic seals are pretty cheap to make singles, but if we need to make 8 and 6 times 7, Times 6. Ah, quite a bit. Cell that we might need. We can get the paraffinium on this planet, although it seems to be lesser amounts. Might be easier to get on another planet. Pugnium, though, we're gonna need to kill sentinels. Well, we'll kill sentinels. A shitload of copper. Tech modules we're just gonna have to buy. That's the biggest cost. Biggest straight cost. So if we did buy a bunch of tech modules right now, we still can't repair any more of the ship. Not until we get a lot of copper for chromatic metal. And then we're going back out for magnetized ferrite. There is more stuff we can repair. Rusted circuits, we just need more of that. So much chromatic metal. Like 22 tech modules. If we were going to repair everything that needed tech modules, we need more than 20 of them. I'm not going to buy 20 of them. I want to look at the cost. He's only selling one? You only have one? Never mind then. Not very helpful. I'll take your one. Your 4 microprocessors.
No free slots in suit
Oh, shit.
inventory.
I didn't think that through, did I? Okay. I've created a logjam. Let's, you sure you don't want one of my relics? Trade terminal is gonna be something we can dump. We had lined up for sale. Inconvenient timing to be so jammed full of stuff. My fault. To clear the logjam, to get this started, let's dump a little. I could just sell it to the terminal, but it's not like it has substantial value. Free up another slot here.
Technology recharge. Product constructed. Product constructed. Product constructed. Technology recharge.
Just enough to warp somewhere. Alright, a few slots freed up. Let me try and clear the logjam in my head here. Carbon or oxygens. We're working on a whole bunch of ferrite. We need a ton of magnetized ferrite, and we're going to burn through the rest of that chlorine and repair more of the ship doing it. Paraffinium collects while we're doing that. And yeah, we're trying to make room to get some of this crap out. Although some of it's... could sell this stuff, but I'm trying to give it as rep reputation gifts to the right people, Vy'keen, Korvax stuff. If I want to get it back on the ship, store it away. Still confused about the personal force field. Thought it was something we had to activate, but I've never activated it. It's listed there. It has a percentage. The percentage is lower than it was before, but only slightly. I don't really know what's going on. That. We'll let those stacks accumulate. We need lots more. Ferrite, ferrite, ferrite. Pure ferrite, ideally, because we need to enrich it. Activated. Oh. Oh. And then, thank you. That's really cool. So, help me understand a little more. Personal shield. Nothing to do with the tech we put in the suit. It's in the multi-tool. Multi-tool, personal force field. Is that's the one? And then what happens when it degrades? Does it disappear, free up the slot, have to craft it again? Or does it somehow recharge? Subterranean relic, huh? Well, surely we'll need to investigate.
Technology recharge.
Ooh, Rango! Howdy. One vortex cube down here? Is that our subterranean relic? Or isn't it recharges? I don't know the time frame. Oh, it does recharge, so it doesn't disappear. We don't have to craft it again. I know I make it hard when I ask questions and I ask multiple versions of the same question. Then I get an answer, and I don't know which it was an answer to. Yo, Daisy. Hey. It's going. It's going along. I like it. Rango. I'm learning. I'm learning slowly.
Toxins detected. Extreme toxicity detected.
don't have to recraft it. Excellent.
Units received.
Yeah, mostly. I mean, it's been a love-hate thing. I've pulled my hair out over it. I've stressed myself to the point of my eyelids twitching over it, but I also find it very compelling. Quite addicting. Gotta love those boosts. Those jetpack boosts are so badass.
Weather warning.
Yeah.
Incoming storm.
Damn. Where's our ship? We'll start heading back. It is very addictive. It feeds the brain's reward centers quite well. Lots of demand, lots of reward. Five days, still no S-Class hauler. Man, I really hope I don't find one before you. Not that I'm even looking for one, but I hope I don't see one here while you're looking for one there.
No free slots in suit inventory.
And you would be right to be. So let's both hope it doesn't happen.
Falling. No free slots in suit inventory. Thermal protection falling. Thermal protection falling.
Gallows, hey, you're 80% sure you've seen two of the exact same exotic ship fly by me? I've only noticed one the other day. Like a really long vertical wing. The only thing I noticed. I need to start breaking some of this stuff down.
Thermal protection falling.
Old Snake, remember when the dude said you could technically run into other players, but it's so unlikely it will never happen? Well, that was the original version of the game.
Technology
That ship has long sailed. Yeah, it's a lot has changed. I didn't play it before, but a lot has changed. The game's been completely overhauled, expanded. Got the horns on that thing. It has like the beak of a dodo bird, the horns of a ram, the arms of a T-Rex, and I don't know what to make of that tail. chopper? Sweet. Gosh. Had a rando join your game, spawn in your system on the planet next door, and had a marker. How did they claim you'd never run into them? I think that has happened. I didn't notice anyone joining my game, but let me show you something that might be similar. This. These two systems, discovered by Ludex. Does that sound like someone else joined my game? You said someone spawned in your system on the planet next door and had a marker. Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering about those systems. There. You shall call it Dodo Rexalope. We shall. We shall. Dodo Rexalope. You guys are welcome to suggest names. I haven't been. Which one is it? Salt. Not it. Is that it? Do they maybe when they're older they grow horns? Ultrasonic roar. That or Dodo Rexalope? Petalugarum. Yeah. I guess they can grow horns. So, Dodo Rexalope. Dodo Rexalope. Dodo Rexalope. Try dropping a 0. You're getting mighty ambitious there. Can we feed you? What do you eat? It doesn't eat. It's too big to eat. You like it, Rango? How does naming things work? Because almost everything you encounter will be something you first encountered, you get the opportunity to change its randomly generated name for a custom one, and then uploading it into the system. So if anyone else encounters it on this world, they would see the name you gave it. If someone actually makes it to this specific planet or moon. Case. Yes. All hail Dodo Rexalope, first of its name. Can that be called Rango? Well, we just named it Dodo Rexalope. You cannot rename it twice. You can only name things once. One shot. But if you see something else that catches your eye, and there are an infinite number of things. So. That's not enough to do even one more part, is it? Boy, repairing this sucker is gonna be a grind. More magnetized ferrite. Up past the Dodo Rexalope, there's some the big ones. God, he's big too. Like, he's an elder. The game also has a photo mode if you want to pose with the creatures. Anything. Has gestures. And we actually need to kill some of those scanners at some point for Pugnium. Give him a kiss. Just jet up and give him a kiss. You meant the Dodo Rexalope, I know, but... Go away, stupid Sentinel scanners. How often have you seen named shit? I mean, like, other people's stuff? None. I've only seen stuff that I've discovered. The odds of randomly running into someone else's system are low. You can multiplayer now. You can go into someone else's game, and then it's gonna happen. I don't know where these came from. I don't remember seeing anyone join my game. But I don't really know. It's possible I've seen 2 things named by someone else. It's possible I've seen none. But everything gets a name. I could change the name of this rock right now. It's Schleikovite. And if I want to call it potato, I call it potato and then upload it to the system. We can name this planet. We can name this system. We can name each plant an animal. And there are roughly a dozen animal types on any planet. That's so cool. He's just hanging out here. Call it potato? I don't believe you. Ha ha. Alright, where's another potato rock? Here. How about that one? Omucinite. Omucinite. Let's find Omucinite. Can't we change the rocks? I thought we could change the rocks too. We can change the plants. Maybe we can't change the minerals. I lied to you. We can't change the minerals. We can change the fauna. There are 8 species on this moon, all randomly generated. And we found 12 flora varieties so far. And we can rename any of those. And when we find waypoints, we can rename those. We could rename the planet Salt W31. But you can't have it all. I guess we can't rename minerals. Just animals and vegetables. So this is actually my 4th spaceship. We now have 4 spaceships. No frigate yet. None of the 4 are particularly good. When you saw an exotic fly by, did you mean in the skies? You recognize the body type for an exotic? It's a tough rock. What's number 3? I got another ship the other day that you guys didn't see. I have the ship I started in. I have the smaller one we just left, although we still have it. We have this new one, and I have a C-class freighter. Oh, that's number 3. You saw an exotic go by. You weren't talking about the number of ships they had. Maybe there's an exotic looping the skies above. Gotcha. You can get your reticle on them. You can scan the ships. There, that was a B-class something. Hey, what are these? Little butterflies? That's awesome! Straight up butterflies! Arceus. Except for the boiling rains, this is a pretty cool planet. Moon. How are we doing on pure ferrite? 253. Okay, let's get that in the hopper. I haven't even used the save and upload terminal here at this station. What do they call it? Settlement.
Technology recharge. Weather warning. Incoming storm.
We need stupid amounts of pure ferrite right now. I have not, in the past 4 days of learning to play this game, needed so much of a resource as I do now. And the reason is because I took a salvage ship, and I'm trying to repair a salvage ship, and it's an expensive mess. This is what I get to do instead of paying for a non-broken ship. But I got all excited when I found it. Look, we found a new ship with more slots. I want it. So I'm following through on that. It's just, it's gonna take some work to make it even more useful than the previous one. But since this game it's open-ended, why not do that? Why not? I could spend a few days fixing up this ship. I won't necessarily do all that on stream. You know, I might mess with this off stream and go grind out 10,000 units of copper for chromatic metal so I can fix the ship. Stay up all night fixing the ship, and then tomorrow we'll trade it for a new ship. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. It's a great distraction. As long as I'm not going too crazy, overwhelmed by waypoints and objectives and not understanding things. Once you get it fixed, find your next dream ship. Yeah, exactly.
Protection falling.
Want to go check out that unknown grave soon, too. But soon is relative, because right now we're trying to repair the ship.
Slots in suit inventory.
There will be. Let's... A small one, yeah. Don't have a base yet. There's other recipes for chromatic metal, but you need a large forge. We do have a base. We can teleport to it.
Storm clear.
We get to a teleporter on a space station. We can teleport to the base I have in another system. It's just a big shack, but it's there. Or we could build a base computer and make a new base. We can make a new base anywhere we want. This is the ship I'm trying to repair. It still has many broken slots, and its tech slots are all busted up too. So we need a ton of copper for chromatic metal, a bunch of tech modules, which I'll actually have to pay for, which means the free ship wasn't really free. Gold is easy enough, and more magnetized ferrite. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to fix those tech slots pretty easily, but it'll take a lot of copper or buying it. How expensive is copper chromatic metal? It's probably not worth buying. Copper seems like such a pain to mine. Because copper gives 2 to 1, and another recipe gives 1 to 20. I don't think I have those recipes. What happened here? I was supposed to repair a slot. Rusted circuit. We can do a rusted circuit.
Component repaired. Technology repaired.
Now we need another 250 magnetized ferrite. And a bunch more. Metal recipe don't need to learn, but you do have to have the large forge unlocked. Yeah, I don't think I do. Check some prices on the terminal here. No, you're welcome to. The other day I was asking for and taking in as much information as possible, and I was getting overwhelmed. I think I'm able to process a little more now. It's up to you how much information you want to share. You're welcome to. Or just watch as I flail about and discover things. It's all good. KG, good night, everyone. Have fun. Sleep well, stay cool. Have a good night.
Well, what do we have here?
Kaj, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Greetings. Like a window seat, please. You got it. You got it. Flailing about is fun, but it's unlocked through the Overseer questline. Overseer questline, possibly the Scientist. I don't think I've stumbled into that yet. We only have window seats in this starship. You know, I didn't think about that. Just really nice reclining, swivel, wide, leather bucket seats. Yeah, they're all window seats. Like that. So we're gonna have to get a frigate. Glass tube with seats and an engine. It might just be. I never did get around to playing Kerbal. I always thought we might play Kerbal and build up the ship and figure out what it looks like. 2 stacks of pure ferrite to condense that dust and grab another stack. Could also make another refiner and just put a couple there at the same time.
Free slots in suit inventory.
Alright, I'll go drop them in the hopper. Is there some more? I really like that guy. You are so cool just hanging out there. Dodo Rexalope. You have a giant teddy bear with horns on your planets? That's pretty cool. I haven't seen any giant teddy bears yet. tower. Little tower over here. Got a beacon? Go for it. Yeah. Waypoint. So waypointed but didn't reveal anything. Oh man! Look at that thing! It is a giant teddy bear with horns. Look at those horns too. Ah. Not bad. More vortex cubes sitting right down here. I'll at least grab the one stack. Our inventory is really cramped right now. The Tetra Cobalt is trying to drop that as well. Replace the sodium very easily. We need 2 slots to be able to pick up the Tetra Cobalt as well. Man, this ship, grabbing this ship has been a bit of a burden. All right, 2 slots. Tried to lure him in your base so he could be your Chewbacca, but he didn't want to. To lure him into your base, do you think you could actually trap him? Somehow trap him and then keep him there? We go to the grave without the ship? No, let's... I don't have any inventory. This is why... yeah, we gotta go back to the ship. We can sell the cubes and the tetracarbon. Tetracobalt.
Incoming storm. Technology recharge.
They probably despawn when you leave the area. Planet, log, yeah. I imagine so. We're due another break too. The time just disappears with this game.
Protection falling.
Okay, where'd they go? Vortex cubes,
Units received.
tetracobalt.
Units received. Thermal protection falling.
pull that out at 250 so we can do one more repair. Keep it going.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Rusted circuit.
Component repaired.
When we're done with these chlorine repairs too, we'll have another slot. Okay, platinum, we'll get that. Is platinum asteroids? Am I thinking about that the right way? The paraffinium, we really do need a lot. We're gonna have to find more than a secondary source of paraffinium. And then copper, 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 copper. Copper, 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 copper. You were saying 1 to 20? I'm not sure I was reading that right, but are you saying I can get 20 chromatic metal from 1 copper if I have the right forge? Am I misreading that? Platinum, you get a bit from normal asteroids. The spiky crystal asteroids give mainly platinum. We're definitely going to have to farm some asteroids. These are a little more modest. 150 chromatic metal each. 300 total. 400 in tech modules. Platinum. 500. What have I done? Salvaging this ship. So there's a catch. You combine platinum and 2 others. Those 3 minerals, 1 of each, will make 20 chromatic metal. Huh. Okay. That it for what I was carrying? Yes. Multi-tool needed some repairs. Did any of those require... chlorine? Seal. Just condensed carbon. Metal plating, just ferrite dust. Oh no. We had all these functional stuff, and I have upgraded us to scrap today. A scrap multi-tool and a scrap ship. And they're all really broken. I mean, they work fine, but they're also really broken. Ah, well. Trading post, their minor settlement, cargo drop. We can find something else. We've got that grave site to go check out. Let's take a little break from this and go... Break? I'm supposed to be taking a break from this stream. But I was going to say let's take a break from crafting and try to see what that grave site is. Just check it out. I already pulled the metals. Okay, we freed up 2 slots. 2 more slots, so let's move a couple things, get it out of the way. See where we're at here. Start working on my stacks. Copper. Oh, copper. We're supposed to be condensing that into chromatic metal. Right? And ferrite. Gonna trigger a save getting in and out of the ship here real quick. And now let's go to that grave. Alucard! Later, Jay, do not farm too much. It's extremely exhausting. Had a box pop up. I hope I didn't accidentally ban anyone. Let me know if I did! Now, I don't know about the first person view. It's too... Even with a ship that's big and disorienting, first person view is claustrophobic. Crunch! Hey, what's this? The unknown grave. Failure of Dicep wands. I asked a question that no one had asked. It was a simple. The Sentinels. What are the did they come from? Made it my life's work to find left logs, records across worlds. The fallen traveler's grave is marked by a glyph, an epitaph of some ancient technology. I obtained the glyph, and with it the ability to travel to unknown worlds. I leave the fallen traveler in peace. Glyph 1 of 16. I have no idea what that represents. Cool though. Beacon. Is that not the beacon that led us here? Take the ship back and see. There's also a lot of these pure ferrite rocks around, so let's break them down. You prefer first person overall in the game? Have you played it for a long time? Did you get used to it when that was the only option? Stupid sentinels. There's an ancient artifact. We'll come back for the rocks. Or knowledge stone. The Viking word for gas. You just got it 2 weeks ago. Cool. Well, all right then. Why do you like the first person view better? Why do you think? I think the third's a bit clunky. The movement is behind on the mouse movement. I'm using a gamepad, but I know what you mean. Lagging a bit or something. Dodo Rexalope without horns. But a younger one? It's an adult, but it doesn't have horns. wonder why my personal force field, which, as we've established, does recharge. Why is it down to 60 when I don't think I've been triggering it at all? Here, I could trigger it. It's draining. Does it trigger automatically when I get hit? Here, if I hit the ground hard, my personal force field did not trigger. Same percent as your life support. Oh. Oh.
Technology recharge. Weather warning. Incoming.
All right, I'll head back to the ship. And I left the I don't know. Where did we put the ship? Ship, 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 ship. Punch.
Technology recharge. Thermal protection falling.
Yeah, I haven't either. It just sounded cool.
Thermal protection falling. Technology recharge. Thermal protection falling.
Go for the hull fractures. It's a lot of chromatic metal. Or get up into space. Try and get some platinum. Yikes.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
really nothing else that needed chlorine? So many things to repair. Did nothing else need chlorine? Well, we could repair a couple multi-tool slots with some of this chromatic metal.
Component repaired. Technology repaired.
And if we had even more chromatic metal and another tech module, we could install a blaze javelin. Alright, I do need a break. Let me put pure ferrite in. Up on the ship, we'll check on it in a few minutes. Alright, decompression time. Get my eyeballs off of menus and things. See you all in a few. Stay tuned.